open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author. Tushar Gupta, political analyst, joins us. Tehseen Poonawalla, also a political analyst. Vivek Sellers, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. We also have political analyst Ashutosh with us on the broadcast. Good evening to all of you. I want to begin with you, RP Singh ji. Commemoration and all is fine. There's not a problem in that. No problem in reminding the nation and the world also about the dark chapters of our history. But why call it Samvidhaan Hatya Diwas?
Well, because the constitution was killed during that period. And then I don't understand. You just now mentioned there's a Holocaust Day, which is there in Germany. There is a Rwanda. In Rwanda, there is another day which is celebrated as a Rwanda Genocide Day. So you remember the day by the what happened during that period.
These days are observed. They are not celebrated. All right.
During that period. Oh, okay, sorry, my apologies. Observed, and then so here the constitution was killed. So we will observe it as Samvidhaan Hatya Diwas. So if the judiciary was made to come down, newspapers were all crippled. Every newspaper, there was no newspaper which was publishing what they wanted to publish. I remember the Indian Express published a blank editorial. If more than 1 lakh people from the opposition were jailed and there was no way to understand whether they will come out on bail or they will have to stay in jail. It was for 19 months they were jailed. So what else you name it as when constitution is being killed or constitution is being tempered? So that's the only name we can give.
That's the only name we can give, says RP Singh. Tehseen Poonawalla, what he implies is that constitution was trampled upon. So why not call it Samvidhaan Hatya Diwas when people were killed, when they were thrown behind bars, when they had no right to approach the judiciary to challenge what was happening to them, when demolition drives were underway? Was that all as per constitution?
Swati, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for having me on the show. It's a very important debate and a very pertinent one. One, the horrors of the emergency should never be forgotten. In fact, it is martyr Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ji herself who has apologized for the emergency, and so have every single Congress leader, including Rahul Gandhi ji. Said emergency is wrong. Congress has officially said it and have promised it will never ever happen again. But why did it take the most honorable Prime Minister and the most honorable Home Minister today to remember this? The reason they remembered this today is because the honorable Prime Minister has come back from a tour of Russia where he's achieved as much as his press conference is zero. NEET is the single biggest issue in our country, as is Agniveer and unemployment. Because they have no answers to the problems of our country, they want to divert issues. Otherwise, I'm asking you, Swati, 10 years the same Prime Minister, the same government, why couldn't you do this for 10 years? Why does it come up randomly today? On a day where Arvind Kejriwal ji gets interim bail, a sitting chief minister, and CBI has arrested him a few days before so he can't get out of jail. Look, what was the emergency? Let your viewers understand. Emergency was, in short, the taking away of Article 21, the mother of all fundamental rights, Article 14, Article 19. And what is Article 21? Life and liberty. What has happened today in our country? Sitting chief ministers in jail, liberty being taken away. In emergency, you were guilty until you proved yourself innocent. That's exactly what's happening today. You are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. By law, they passed this law in Parliament, by the way, that you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. Emergency is a provision of the Constitution, a wrong provision, a terrible Constitution, but a constitutional provision used by the Congress, for which is apologized. The undeclared emergency that we are facing today, where night after night, the government of India is glorified and opposition is questioned. Rahul Gandhi is questioned, the opposition is tarnished. People are tarnished. That is the undeclared emergency we are talking about. But I have one suggestion to the government of India, and this is where I'd like to end. I humbly request the government of India to please declare 26th May 2014, the day this government came into being the first day, as Rozgar Hatya Diwas. Because you have no solution to the employment problem, you are now diverting issues.
You're saying that at a time when the RBI has come up with its own report saying we've added more jobs in the market. But let me bring in Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Anand Ranganathan.